So you heard about blockchain, you got it on the internet, you read a few articles, watched a few videos and figure out how it works. And now you understand that, but you will are still confused how it can this technology can be used in real world. Well, let's take a look at a few examples. And before that we do, let's quickly recap what a blockchain is. In simple terms, it distributes a database that everyone can get a copy of. Every person with a copy can add a new records to the database but cannot change any records once it's in there. This property makes blockchain a great to record data and transparent way in a transparent way because everyone can see what is it. So how can it be used? In this video, I will give you 9 examples. Let's start with the most obvious and most popular application of blockchains, and that is cryptocurrency. When Bitcoin launched in 2008, it allowed people to direct transaction uh, directly transaction with each other without having trust parties like banks. Since then, over 600 different cryptocurrency has been created. But let's look beyond cryptocurrency. Let's look how blockchain technology can be used in cars. For example, have you ever heard of automated fraud? By tampering the automated, someone can make cars appear to be newer and less worn out, resulting customer pay more than what car is actually worth. The government tries to counter this by correcting the knowledge of cars when they get a safety inspection, but that's not enough. So instead, we can replace regular odometers with smart ones that are connected to the internet and frequently write the car's knowledge to the blockchain. This could create a secure and digital certificate for each car, and because we use blockchain, no one can tamper with the data and everyone can look at their vehicle's history. In fact, this is already being developed by Bosch IoT Lab, and they currently is testing on the fleet of 100 cars in Germany and Switzerland. So blockchain are great at keeping track of things over time. So besides automatics, it can also keep track of things like intellectual property, patents, or if it can even function as a notary. See, a notary is someone who can confirm and verify signatures on legal documents, but we can just as well as use blockchain for that. The online website stamp.io, for instance, allows you to add documents to the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain. Once added, you can always prove that you created a document in certain point in time, much like a notary, although right now blockchain aren't on the same level of notaries in legal perspective. Another interesting application is digital voting. Right now, voting happens either on paper or on special computers that run a proprietary software. Voting on paper costs a lot of money, and electronic voting has security issues. In recent years, we even seen countries move away from digital voting and adopting paper again because they fear electronic votes can be tampered with and influenced by hackers. But instead of paper, you can use blockchain to cache and store votes. Such a system would be transparent and everyone could verify the voting counts for themselves and make tampering will it's very difficult. This Swiss company Aurora already working on such a system is going to be complete open source. But there are many challenges. First, you have to be able to identify voters without compromising their privacy. Secondly, it will allow people to vote with their own computers or phone. You have to take into account that those might be affected with a malware designed to tamper with the voting process. And final example is also having to withstand denial of service. because it's unusable. Definitely because uh, definitely it is tough not to brag, but if it becomes a reality, it could make for a more transparent and practical voting system. Let's move to yet another example, the food industry. They could use blockchain technology to track their food products from the moment they harvested made to when they end up in hands of customers. See, every year almost half a million people die because of foodborne diseases, and that's partially because it takes too long to isolate food that causing harm. Blockchain could help us to create a digital certificate for each piece of food, proving where it came from and where it has been. To if its contamination is detected, we can track it back to its root and instantly notify other people who bought the same batch of bad food. Wow.